Welcome traders, welcome, good morning. How are we all doing today? Today is July 17th at 7:26 in the morning, my time. Market opens in 4 minutes. I got a position size of 20 shares at 25.88 with Mara currently. After a nice pullback, we're actually trading in new levels. I've been trading in this range for over a month now, and it's finally broke past that range. So I'm excited to see what happens this week, this month, today. We also have some other companies we're going to go over. I'm also going to be reducing my watch list. I'm probably going to go from 26 positions here in the oversold to less than 10. We're going to start there and then maybe go to like 5 because we don't want to focus on too many things. That's how we miss opportunities in the market. Bitcoin is down over $1,000 after getting to new highs of 66,000 just last night. So very interesting to see what this does. And then we have Intel with a nice pump up this morning. Very nice. And what was the other one? TQQQ pulled back very nicely because SQQ is now selling, is actually up. OCGN just turned over at that 197 mark and now starting to descend. So we'll see what happens with some of these companies. Lucid may potentially spike up this morning. So that's also something that we're going to be watching very closely. I'm going to start sharing my link here. Welcome. How are you guys doing today? We got an exciting day today, guys. It is Wednesday, middle of the week. We're here to make some more money. Been consistent throughout the last couple of weeks now, if not closer to a month, of consistency, where we're green almost every single day. We had 11 or 12 green days in a row. With one red Friday, and then I made all that money back on Monday by just simply holding that position, and we're able to basically get out of that and make our money back, and then we have had another 3 or 4 consistently green days. My biggest thing is, I can stay consistent, but my biggest thing is holding a little longer to catch more profits. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on a little bit more. Is yes, consistency is there. Yes, you're making some money, but you're selling too soon, and that is creating missed opportunities, like several missed opportunities, to where it's like, okay, you made $20, $40, even $50 compared to, oh man, you could have made $100 or $300 if you would have simply held a little longer. So that is what I'm going to be focusing on this week and next week, is holding my runners, my winners, my trading strategy, just kind of holding out a little longer as time goes on. And then of course, cutting my losers early. So yeah, market opens in 30 seconds. I'm excited to see what happens here. It opens in 30 seconds. Now we're going to be looking at 2 companies here. I want to say Lucid may potentially go up. You could buy a few hundred of those shares. Good morning. Now if it does go up, we can see a nice spike to potentially these $4 levels, about a 4 or 5% profit. Market is open. Mara looks like it may want to sell off or run up a little bit, so we'll see here. Lucid, nice push up. Okay, we're in 2 trades right now. We're going to be in Mara. Mara is going up. And Lucid. Lucid may just sell off. I didn't even get in on this. That's so weird. Which is, I guess, good because it can come all the way back down. I figured it'd come up to this $4 level. It came up to $3.99. So in just a matter of a couple minutes, it went up. What's that, like 3.5%? About $35 on 1,000. We're up $5 on Mara. Bitcoin with a nice push up. Gonna buy another 10 shares. Good thing I didn't buy Lucid because it's just coming down now. Intel's up 6% pre-market. JDST is still up, which means JNUG, get ready for JNUG for a reversal with JNUG at some point in this area. We're going to create an alert above. That way we can catch JNUG when it does go back up. Although it is super extended right now, which means JDST may try to get back some of this here that they lost. Possibly. Doesn't mean they have to. Seemed like a pretty good setup to me, though. 2869. Volume seems to be there. Very nice volume. We're going to create our alert above 2877. Mara coming down. Testing that support range there. We're going to buy another 10. And it did not buy for me. Nice push up with Bitcoin. Mara going up nicely. My market order is being weird. Okay, we're gonna have to do limit orders. $26.36. Here we go, here we go. Good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing today? I'm gonna cancel this. I think it can go higher. We got 30 shares, about almost $800 here. Good morning, Major. How are we doing? It's gonna continue to push up, I believe. Okay, we're gonna set a limit sell for 26.71. If it reaches that point, great. We'll hold on to 10 shares, wait for it to pull back down. But it looks like it might break that resistance level. There we go. We're holding on to our runner just a little bit longer. We're going to focus only on Mara today. Now, there are some other great companies that could potentially play, like SQQQ is up 5%, which means TQQQ is going to have a nice opportunity to buy down here. We're going to wait to see as far back as the market can pull back. We'll see DJT hitting this recent support level, which is interesting. Yeah, because these should be actually resistance levels. 2651. Still pushing higher. 2655. We're going to hold on to this just a little bit longer, guys. $26.52. We're up $15 on the day, as you can see there. There we go, starting to push up still. Maybe not. Maybe not. $26.57. Oh, I got out. Okay, I got out at $26.57, 20 shares, locked in $17. Still got $6 to run with. This may pull back a little bit. It may continue to run up to this next resistance level. Let us see what happens. Now it tested this SMA line. Looks like it's going to keep going up. 2660. And it could create new highs today, guys. By another 10. 2632. Nice push up with Mara and Bitcoin. And now it's coming down. It's just basically staying within these levels here. Can you see that? We got resistance levels here and here, right? And then we have our support levels like about here-ish and down here. Okay. I'd say this is a stronger support level down here than the one here, but this is the more recent one. So I'm back up to 30 shares again. Now we want to see this push up. Keep creating those new highs, although I'm in that sell range area now. Mara looking very overextended, definitely. I want to be aware of that, creating a new resistance level. This will now, this is going to be a support level now. Okay. As it's stair-stepping up, these resistance levels are becoming support levels. Okay, heavy resistance here. Now it's almost back up to that $30 mark where we were trading back in, what, February, April, something like that. Now it's going to trade along this resistance line for a little while. This would have been a resistance level 2, guys. Check this out. Right about here is a heavy resistance. But now that it's above, it becomes a strong support. So we'll see if this can hold its support now that it's above the SMA and the EMA. It's just now trying to cross over that EMA on the 5-minute chart. Same with this one, trying to pass that EMA line. So it's still below the blue EMA line. That's a 45-day moving average. It's going to sell off, potentially come back down to these levels, and then we'll load up again. Now, not bad. I did okay by buying at 25.87, 25.88, but I really should have loaded up more here, right? At 25.70, 25.80. I could have got a huge share price there. Went up 3%, 3.3, that's $33 on 1,000. Could have been up $66 and been out for the day and been done. That's okay, it's going to come all the way back down. And I should have a nice little pop back up in a minute. Looks like Bitcoin Cash is already trying to. It's going to do a little fake out on everyone. Okay, selling off very nicely. I shouldn't have bought so many shares at the very top of this. Now I can draw a new horizontal line showcasing exactly where that resistance level is. And get my line here for some support level. I'd say mid, probably like right around this area, right where that EMA line is. That'll be some support, and then potentially down here is some support as well. So we'll see how low this can go. Looks like it's bouncing back up. We're going to want to buy 10 more shares down here at 26.12. Buy another 10 at 26.08. 26.12 and 26.08. Okay, here we go for the reverse. I'm going to sell 40 shares at limit. And go up to these levels, 26.59. I would be happy with that. Even 25.66. That's 30 shares on 50. That's another $15. Okay, huge push back up. Right off of that EMA line and almost that support line right here. Good area of support. Got some previous resistance levels here. Even 27.10 was a super high resistance level. Now we are on the 5-minute chart right now. It's going to create a new candle here on the 5-minute. Strong indication of a sell-off here. Especially with that 5-minute candle being so long and aggressive. Got a nice push back up. Now it is staying below that EMA line. It's having trouble staying above it, which means it could still indicate that it's going to be bearish. The blue line crossed over the green line early this morning, about 7 o'clock. Becoming a bit oversold on the RSI indicator. Not quite there enough. Mara at 26.26. Here we go. It's going to push up. Is it? See it? It's going to get rejected. Okay, so now it's below the green line here. This is actually going to become a support. Let's see if this support holds down at 378 for Bitcoin Cash or 64,600 for Bitcoin in general. 64,600. That'd be exactly, well, not exactly, almost 2,000 less than what it was trading at yesterday. Here we go. Let's get that nice push up from those levels. Here it is, starting to push up. Nice. Very nice. Get us there, baby. Get us that 26.56 level. Doesn't want to. Selling off again. Testing that resistance very heavily here. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Pushing up. Can it hold above this red resistance level? Come on. Look at all this rejection here. Like, it wants to go down, but the bulls are not letting it go down any further. Huge push. 26.44. Let's go. Just crossed over $20 for the day. Let's go. Let's go. We can get there. 26.56. So close. So close. It's on it. There we go. Sold. Sold at 40 shares at 26.56 and went right along with our trading strategy. We're up $26 right now on the day. We got 10 shares left, and that is how we do it, guys. That is how we do it. That is perfect. $27 on the day. Thank you. Ooh-wee. My baby brought me some coffee. 7:48 in the morning, and she's serving me some coffee, guys. Thank you so much. Variety is the spice of life, but syrup is the sauce of dreams. This is the Denny's cup. Yep. Fun fact, I used to be the general manager of a Denny's for a couple of years. Very cool, very fun environment. Fast-paced, a lot of work. But I tell you what, I could cook the heck out of some eggs and steaks and pancakes and burgers. You name it, I could probably cooked it at Denny's. I was basically a glorified cook, honestly. I was a glorified cook for sure. So we got up to new highs here. So this broke that previous resistance, which wasn't too bad. There looks like there's another possible resistance level right here. Oh, wow. Look, I didn't even see that. Boom. Right there. Hit this level pre-market. Or actually, it looked like it hit it after market. And then pre-market, it sold off a little bit. And it touched it here, and here. Now it's going past it. I'm glad I held. We're almost up $30 on the day, which is just fantastic. Now it looks like it's going to pull back a little bit and may continue to rally. That's why it'd be okay to hold 10 shares a little longer. 10 shares is nothing, right? It's only about $268. But, I mean, if this pushes up, for an example, what do we have? 400? 300. Okay, so $300. It pushes up $300 from 26.26. Where is that? Right here. 26.25. If it pushes up even to this next resistance level, that's an 18% profit on $200. That's another 20 bucks. And then I'll be on $50 on the day. There it goes. And this is what I talk about, holding my runners for longer. I sold it at 26.56 at 40 shares, guys, at 40 freaking shares. 26.56. It just hit $27. $27. We're gonna sell there. $27. Did it hit 27? $27 on the dot. 10 shares I was able to sell. Now this can push up higher. It can push up much, much, much higher, guys. But there could also be somewhat of a pullback here. Should have held. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Now there's that fear of missing out. Buying at these lows, selling at this high was a 4% profit. I could have easily been at $80 right now, guys. $80. Tina, gosh 27s. Gosh. Not sure what that means. So we're up 1.5% on the day. $31 we were able to lock in. Not too bad. My goal is anywhere from 1 to 2% a day. 1.5% would be perfect, right along with my game plan. Look at that thing rip. That thing is ripping up. I left 75 cents per share on the table. 75 cents per share of 40 shares. 40 times 75 cents. Another $30 I left on the table, guys. This we would up 60 bucks. But again, I sold too soon. And there's actually no reason for me to sell. 26.56. It was right here on this level. Pulled back a little bit. Like the smallest little bit. I should have let it ride until this first red candle. There was no red candles in sight. Not a single red candle here. There's no reason for me to sell this early when there was no red candle to showcase. Now, I actually think I sold on this candle, so it could have been 26.56. No, it was way up here. Could have waited 1 minute or 20 or 30 seconds. Oh, I had a limit order. That's why. I had a limit order at 26.56. I tried to move it up and I wasn't able to. That's what happened. So I may consider using stop limits instead of sell limits for two reasons. If I set a limit price to sell, if it touches it, it'll sell. But if I set a stop limit, I could actually trail it along the bottom of this. So I could take profits as this slowly goes up. I could increase my stop limit up, 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 up until even right now it touched here. What if I had it here at 27.09? It didn't touch. Ripped back up. I moved it up to like 27.22, and now I would get filled in that position. Missed opportunity for sure. And then I sold at $27 because that was a psychological number. Seen a slight pullback, and it was red for a second, and then it pushed back up, leaving even another 30 cents or $3 on the table. So I left a pretty good amount. That was 50 shares I had at one point. So 50 shares even at 56. That's $1.06. Oh, that's 50, 60, 70, 80, almost 80 cents. 80 cents times, or I'm sorry, 50 shares times, well, 50 shares times 0.8, $40. An additional 40 on 30 would have been a $70 day. Guys, I trade Mara every single day. That's what's so crazy about it. I trade it all the time. I just seem to be missing out on all these opportunities here. for selling too early or buying in too late. But look, I've been trailing this all the way up. If I would have just bought $2,000 worth here at 19, I'd be up 43% of $2,000. That's $800. We'd already be pushing into that $3,000 range. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. $26. It's going to start coming down now. This is going to be a new resistance right here. I guess I didn't have to do that, because that's going to technically be a support level now. Support level, resistance level, right there. Got some new levels to look at. Now this can begin to sell off, come back down to these $25 levels. Like it kind of ran its pump. These kind of are relevant, sort of now. These ones are very relevant now that they're support levels again. Only one place for it to go, back up to 66,000. I'm gonna buy a couple more shares as it starts to push up again. Get a little bit more juice. Limit. Let's try that stop limit. Maybe not. Try one more little push up. Actually curling over right here. Very high on the RSI. Could just start to sell off. Oh, Tina, are you saying, oh my gosh, the 27s, like Mars in the $27 range? Yeah, it's crazy. I've been talking about this company for months, and it's finally going parabolic on us and doing exactly what we wanted it to do. Trading it in these low levels, I could have just been adding. Like I said, $2,000 here 43%. Even $1,000, that would be $430 in a week. $860 in a week. And all we had to do was hold and hold and hold and hold. So some big moves to be made. Big moves to be made here with Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin continues to sell off. That's okay. Yeah, this would now be a resistance level. Now we're going to hold on to our 7 shares. It looks like it's actually making a turn back. About way too high up though. We're going to sell a limit of 27. $70, $80, like $1 right there. 27, 23. Goes up to 27, 28 again. I'll sell these 7 shares, but it may or may not. Good to cancel, include extended hours. Still about $200, so if it goes up a few cents, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But locked in some money today, up $30 on the day. Right now, 27 because we took a small position in Mara at the top. But very good day. It looks like SQQ was also one of the winners. TQQQ coming down very aggressively still from way up here where I set my alert. We might be seeing a nice retracement though now. Here we go, possibly. Well done on Mara and the coffee. Thanks. Thank you. Intel up 4%, had a nice pullback. But yeah, we are going to be reducing our size, guys. Like, why do I look at these companies every week if I don't even trade them, right? At least not yet. So Google, Amazon, those are actually both looking really good for the oversold list. CMG still on that oversold list. We'll be bringing that over here. JDST oversold as well, finding new support, finding new resistance. FFIE selling off very nicely from where it was spiked at earlier today or earlier this week. Had a huge push up though. We missed out on it. Went up 200%, guys. 200%. So 1,000 would have made you 2,000. 2,000 would have made you $4,000. Jeez Louise, we'd be up like to $6,000 already. Intel pushing back. Finding new resistance levels right in that area, so that's good to know. JD, not doing much. Trading sideways a little bit. I'm actually going to take them off the list. Lucid had its nice push up for a second to that $4 mark. For a 5% return. 5%, guys. Very nice. Mara not doing much. I bought way too high up here at 27.09. It's actually lost almost a full dollar from 27.09. Almost lost a full dollar. McDonald's pushing up very nicely this morning. 1.5%. They are now not oversold anymore. I'm going to take McDonald's off. It's not something I would even buy into anyways. Meta selling off. Microsoft selling off. Nike selling off. NVIDIA selling off, hitting that support level. OCGN coming back down now. They are extremely overbought. Now they're going to come down. Probably going to retrace back down now from these levels, potentially. Wow. So that should start coming back down very nicely. Boom. And this next time that it does do this, it comes down to 111 and starts showing signs of upward momentum. I'm just going to throw in probably $1,000 and just hold it for 3 weeks. This will be a long-term swing trade, up 66%. So that would be $660 on $1,000 investment in about a month. So not bad. Plug power is actually, I'm probably going to keep this on because if it pulls back, we can see another major pop up. TQQ selling off, SQQ still going up. Hood, I'm taking hood off. It's no longer oversold, it's overbought. Sound, same thing. Overbought by now. SCHD is way overbought. When we called it out last week, it's gone up almost 7% in 10 days. So we will be taking that off of our list. Tesla, not necessarily something I'd want to trade. It's a good investment long term, I think, in my own opinion, but not something I would want to trade. DJT2, way too volatile and risky for me. I've traded it in the past, done very well, but just, not something that I look for when it's oversold. So Google, Amazon, they're selling off. If you guys like to trade those companies, you can, more than welcome to. They are definitely oversold. Chipotle still selling off. JDST in those levels, FFIE. Intel's just, it's overbought already. Yeah, it could come back down, but I'm not going to wait for it to come down. Lucid, same thing with Lucid. We're going to pull that off. Meta, don't really care. Microsoft, yep, it's oversold. Nike, just, it's not a very, it's had its run for sure. NVIDIA selling off as well. And there we go. We got our list of 10 right here. And these are actually in my my ETFs list. So I'm actually going to take these off of my off of my oversold list, because they're in my ETFs list right here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So now I got 8 that I could focus on, guys. 8 that I could focus on. This actually is in my ETF list as well. So it's actually, if you don't count the 2 Bitcoins that I kind of look at, we have 5. We have 5 companies that we're going to be looking at, constantly here for a while. Plug trying to pull back, OCGN pulling back, Mara definitely having a pullback here. Oh my god. Look at that pullback, guys. Holy smokas. Went up 6% and pulled back 5%. Went up 5, pulled back 5. So, yeah, crazy. I'm losing all my profits. I was up $30. Now I'm at $21. And doesn't mean this can't just pop back up. So we're going to hold on to our shares. I'll give a screenshot of exactly where I ended the day a little later on. And yeah, it could pop right back up from this level very easily. And we can buy in at 25 and sell at 27 again today. That's 50 shares down here. That can get you $50 very easily from 25 to 26. If it's $2 per share, that's 50 shares would give you $100. 100 shares would give you $200. It just all depends on how much you want to put into it. Scott Boss said, look at BE for a swing. BE, Bloom Energy, 4 hour. I think we already missed it. I would have bought it on July 2nd and made a swing. That'd be 65% in 14 days. Even right now, it's 55% in 15 days. That is amazing, guys. So that's $550 on a $1,000 investment. It's nice. Not sure how much we could swing this now. If it's at 1655 to 1760, that's a 6% profit. If it continues to go up and touch these, you know, these kind of higher levels. If not, 1653 to where it is here, it's only about a 4% profit. So I feel like we missed out on this. Should have definitely traded it yesterday. Yesterday would have been nice. From the beginning to the end, it was up 19%. You guys see that? Up 20% from morning to night. That doesn't mean it still can't run up. Obviously, it can still have a nice push up, but these levels just aren't there for me. 3%. Thank you for calling it out, Scott. That's very cool. I've never heard of Bloom Energy before. Also, be aware it's touching previous resistance. And if it's touching previous resistance, we're going to have to see a breakout above resistance levels for it to continue higher. There's actually 2 resistance levels here. There's actually another one up at $18. Another one up at $18, so be careful with that one. Okay, this can pull back a lot quicker than it can go up. Maybe right there is a good support-ish. Oh yeah, because of previous resistance created a strong support. So this thing could easily rip back down, you know, 26%. So be very, very careful with BE. Now I am going to add this. I was just trying to take stocks off of my oversold watch list. But that doesn't mean I can't have on my 2024 stocks. All right, we got almost 50 companies that we do track and at least monitor, if not daily, weekly. So that is pretty cool. And then we have our oversold companies that we watch, you know, obviously daily until they start doing what we want them to do. It's up $30 on the day. Was able to lock in the majority of that money. We have 7 shares still open, so we got an open P&L of around $7 in a loss. But overall, up about 30 or up $23, still 1% on the day. I'm trying to aim for 1% to 2% per day in profits to make that 5 to 10% a week, which would be 20 to 40% a month. And so far, I've been doing really good. So hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. We do this every day, Monday through Friday at market open. So definitely consider checking that out. Oops, sorry, there we go. And yeah, thanks for joining. We'll see you all tomorrow morning, same time, at market open. Thanks for watching, and remember, let's end the year on a green note.